Hey guys, welcome to a brand new project of mine. I go by the name of Karagol Gaming, and if you don't know about me, you're about to find out, cause the shit that we do here is what I deem to be dope. Now this game right here, I wasn't going to do this initially because I think most YouTubers have tried their hand at this game, and I feel like if I can't contribute something new to the table, then I'll probably play something else. But this was actually specifically requested by one of my viewers, Gary's Hell. What's up? Shout out to you. I hope you enjoyed this project. This has come to fruition because it was specifically requested. And you know, I do what I do when I do it, damn it. We have a couple of games that have been requested, so Doki Doki Literature Club is going to run alongside Tales of Berseria. And after we're done with Doki Doki Literature Club, I will record some other requested games to run alongside Tales of Berseria, and that's the way we're going to try to alternate between uploads. So I don't know too much about this game, except the fact that it can get deeply disturbing. There's some psychological horror aspect to it all beneath the cutesy bullshit dweeby thing that I'm not a super big fan of, but psychological horror, that's my alley all day, every day. So without further ado, let's look at the settings. Text speed, give me a little quiz here. So, I think we're good. Let's go with new game here. Enter your name. Alright. I can do that. Hey! I don't know if this is a girl or a dude. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you would never see yourself making today, but it just kinda works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would always get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. We're not gonna do all that fuck shit. I overslept again! But I caught you this time! Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for your dumb ass. Eh? You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Karagol. I'm a mean motherfucker. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something, you know? Fine. But you did wait for me after all. It's the thought that counts. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean to me, even if you want to. Whatever the fuck you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making the daily commute. By the way, Karagol, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? The only club I'm thinking is a fucking club sandwich! I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I just wanna go home, play some games, hang out with myself, some me time, some quality me time, you know what I'm saying? I haven't been looking either. Eh? That's not true. Wait, what? You told me you would join a club this year. Lies. Was I intoxicated? Did I? I'm sure it is possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just by getting on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I would die at the thought of you becoming a NEET, I don't know what the fuck that is, in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Nah. Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. I give you that. I feel generous today, you know what I mean? Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised that I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Chicken. Dressing. Barbecue. Thousand Island. Kimchi mayo. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I would catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in, you know what I mean? Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed! You don't have to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. No way. Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori, yeah, I don't give a shit about your club. There is no way I'm going to your club. Eh? Meanie, your chicken ain't even chicken, motherfucker! Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Ah, shit. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why the fuck do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. There's a harsh lesson to be learned here. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a motherfucking cupcake, alright? Yes, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a goddamn cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for the third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new motherfucking member. Where are the cupcakes at? Eh? I glance around the room. There's not a cupcake in sight. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Karagol, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Eh? All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Okay, Miss Cash Me Outside girl, fuck. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say shit like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of y'all. And it sounds like you already know Monika, right? That's right! It's great to see you again, Karagol. Monika smiles sweetly. Hold on, let me get a sip. This is gonna be a long playthrough. Visual novels, bro? Nah. Okay. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika? The fuck? Come sit down, Karagol. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Know your place, bitch! Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling a little bit awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Alright, you ready? Ta-da! Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Their whiskers are drawn in with icing with little pieces of chocolate that were used to make the E's. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. You know I do what I do when I do it, goddammit. Just hurry up and take one, dammit. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with a mouthful and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking at the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Is this shit poisoned? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really fucking good! Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I made it. Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. Shit, shut the fuck up, man. But not for you, you know, you dummy. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Now that you mention it, yeah, it does. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri is just trying to impress you. Eh? Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. I don't believe you. You need more people. Well, you know what? Tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? Threat? Under gunpoint? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make you feel right at home, alright? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. Quite frankly, I'm flabbergasted. How come you decide to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of a debate club last year? Well, you know I do what I do when I do it, goddammit. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget, publicity, and how to prepare for events. I would much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, well then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised that there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature, you know? You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really all grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best! Yuri! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Me! What? Monika must have really worked hard for this. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Karagol, what kind of things do you like to read? Ah shit fam, I like some dark fantasy shit. Give me some Lovecraftian joints, yeah I mean? I like that. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? Sippy sip, hold on. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. I know that look. You're trying to give me your top 10 recommendations, don't you? Not much of a reader, I guess. Ah, shit. That hurts. Well, that can change, you know what I'm saying? What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Bitch, why you sad? Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with a finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. I like that. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Yeah, it's like, Brandon Sanderson books. I like his way of building worlds. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a whole lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements that usually immerse me as well, I like that too. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. It was the depiction of Outlast 2 and it was shitty as hell. I desperately grasped something I can relate at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes start over for me for a split second. Never the fuck mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? How dare you say that in front of a boy? What gave you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting, you know. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't You Motherfucking Say It Out Loud and Give That Back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes, but I got a ghostwriter too on deck, you know what I'm saying? Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet, huh? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers, you know what I mean? I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in awkward motherfucking silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea. Everyone? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we will share them with each other, yeah, man? That way, everyone is even. Okay, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Karagol? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there is still one problem. I can't read or write. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire fucking time. I never said I would join this club, I tell you. Sayori might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at and listen, at the end of the day, I did not sign a contract in this motherfucker, so thanks for the cupcake, but I'm outie. I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Karagol. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I will join the fucking literature club, alright? One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yeah, I'm so fucking happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. How's that for a fucking horror story? If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Ah, thanks I guess. Okay everyone, I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. What's this poem supposed to be about? Monika looks over at me once more. Karagol, I look forward to seeing how you express myself. I expressed myself expeditiously, Monika. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety rolling up inside me. Relax, bro. I'm a poet and I don't even know it. I got this. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Karagol, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? No. That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, we might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll even have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I still need to make up the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to Google the shit out of this assignment, son! Ooh. Oh shit! Oh, I just fucking punched the mic. I was in the fucking battle rap zone, bro. Hey! It's time to write a motherfucking poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Alright? Alright now! I think I should save my game. What do you think? That will do. Okay. Alright. So, intellectual. Cannons to the left of me! Cannons to the right of me! The fuck did I choose? Intellectual? Intellectual raindrops. We're talking metaphors. Intellectual raindrops. Horror. It goes in. intellectual, raindrops. What was the other one? Bitch, can I go back? My mind just went poof. What happened here was graveyard. And then, this. See, the thing is, we're gonna hit him up with a little bit of crimson. Yeah! And then, the thing is, we want some hurt. Shit. Suicide. What the fuck? The thing is, with death. Why is she so happy about these subjects? The thing is, fuck. I wanna impress best girl. Games. What? Vertigo. Isn't this a dessert? Shit! And then, you know, I'm a little bit disoriented. Massacre. She would like that. So the thing is, tragedy. Fuck. I'm going pretty even. I think I fucked up quite badly here. So the thing is, climax. And then anxiety with depression and milk with existence. Poem done. Hi again, Karagol. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. Nah, don't worry about that. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my motherfucking word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Karagol. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Hold on, sippy sip, sippy sip. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any motherfucking slack. He fucking gorged on my cupcakes and didn't even say thank you. Fuck this guy. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. Sayori, you snitching mother... I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature, you dumb fuck! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Karagol always gives its best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even me asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. Am I a simp? How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? I didn't even know that, motherfucker. You two really are good friends, aren't you? I might be a little bit jealous, you know what I'm saying? How come? You and Karagol can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh! Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori, you fucking... Me? Not really you? Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never the fuck mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. Second of all, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want it to be. Alright, game. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, talk about it. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I will definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Woo! Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Shit, you might have to wait 4 years or something like that, son. Now that everyone is settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me! More than that, she seems to be on the very first pages! I think she's flirting. Crap! I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. I was just spacing out, ma, you know what I'm saying? I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. It's fine. If I was focused, then I would probably not have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading this bit, so that's the book you gave me, right? Uh-huh. I want to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason, just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? Did you write this motherfucker? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There is something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts picking up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over at the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol at the front cover. Alright, I just want to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away, yeah man? Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Karagol? Nah, it's not that, you know what I'm saying? You can just ease me into it. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't get me wrong, don't worry, you know what I mean? Oh, I hope so, cause this is light work. I totally forgot that Yuri is into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to that protagonist, they're made out to be this naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again, this always happens. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem, this little issue. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, you know what I mean? And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That is fucking true. These are facts. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Oh, you don't have to. What the fuck you saying, bitch? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the goddamn book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah! Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. The fuck did... How did you get through your fucking school years, man? Eh? Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything, yeah, man? Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Huh? Your font is better than mine. Yuri, you really do apologize a whole lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's. Then I hold my book more between the two of them. This motherfucker's macking. Hold on, sippy sip. Alright. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold open the book. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm. Bitch, am I gonna need to have a fucking map for this shit? Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I will do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled up even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. Actually, put your left arm over her shoulders. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Bitch, did you eat a club sandwich? Are you ready? To turn the page, man. Yeah. I get on that. I think I got a little bit distracted for a sec, because this third paragraph right here, it seems like there's a lot of shit going on that we have to, deep dive into. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with her. Bitch, I wasn't even done with my first sentence. What you mean, flip the page? That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me, yeah. Cheers then. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. My dumbass has been stuck on this page for 15 minutes. I'm reading something else entirely. Mary had a little lamp. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. It only took 4.5 hours. Even so, turning each page feels almost like an intimate exchange. The fuck? My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her thumb. What the fuck am I let's playing, dog? Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but how about we flip the pages together? What the fuck? Hey, the main character kinda reminds me of you a little bit. Oh, you think so? Oh, he's macking alright. How does she? Well, I guess she is more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she will do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything. But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms, you know what I mean? I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Karagol, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know if you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Ah! What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Class is over. Get the fuck home. Oh! There's a lot of reading in this game. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thoughts. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Nah, it's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Ah! Alright then. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer that I only read it with your ass? I guess I don't have much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know what I mean? That is good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright! I stand up. Why are you standing up? I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and then I slip it into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah! My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since we've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone is ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! I have to sneeze. I think I'm good. Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Oh. Okay, here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna call it an episode right here, and in the comment section down below, because you motherfuckers requested this playthrough, I want you to decide which one of these chicks we're gonna show our poem to first, alright? And I'm not going to upload the second episode until we get a sufficient amount of answers, alright? That's it. Karagol Gaming out. Quick shout out to Gary's Hell again. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. I'm having a whale of a good time here. I like reading. I like visual novels. I like RPGs. I like story heavy games. So hopefully it's been an enjoyable experience for y'all as well. Until next episode, this has been your boy Karagol Gaming. I'm out of here. Love y'all and deuces.